everyone. Welcome to Thoughts of Treasures. It's Connie. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome, welcome. If you are hopping on and you do not see that little red live button, you are watching replay, hashtag replay to let me know that you're here, that you were here. If you do see that little red live button, come on in. Let's get crafting. Hold up. I'm going to get me pulled up over here. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I don't even know if I'm live yet. Crazy things, crazy times. I don't ask questions sometimes. Hold on. Hold on a minute, guys. Okay, now I got the notification that I'm live. Alrighty then. Alright, so let me pull this up real quick. And is that it? Oh, okay. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Hey, computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
How is everybody doing? Hey, Renee, how are you? Hey, Deline, how are you? Hey, Tracy, my beautiful friend, how are you? So, I set the timer. Timer's going. You know we're going to do that. Oh my gosh. It's been a crazy, 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 crazy day. I'm not sure where the day went. Hey, Lois, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for sprinkling. Yes, if you sprinkle or spread, look, I've got 2 pens today. If you sprinkle or spread, let me know so we can get you into the bucket for the end of the month drawing, which will take place on the 1st. Oh, we need to shut that off. Why is that noise on? That's not supposed to be on at all, and I'm not sure why it is. All right, shut that off. No. All right. Penny, thank you sprinkling. I missed a few comments and I knew somebody else sprinkled. Lois, I think it was you. Tracy, got you down. Thank you, sweetie. Renee, thank you so much. How are you guys doing tonight? Hey there, Dorinda. How are you with Elkton Mom's Crafts? Thank you, thank you, thank you for the sprinkles and the spreads and the loves and all that good stuff. Throw them GGs. You know I like them. Come on, that gives you the comments. When the timer goes off, the more comments, the more things, more chances you have of getting on here. So, I guess that is going to stink. All right, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. We got something in the oven over there, and, well, you know, if I pass out, someone call Ross, okay? So last night we did this, and I didn't get a chance to. Thank you for sprinkling. I didn't get a chance to like completely finish because we kind of were in a dilemma to whether to add or not add. So I want to know, you guys think I should put these black beads on here and paint them black on the corners or not? Hey there, Maria. Or Marla. I always say Maria. I don't know why, because I can't read. Marla, how are you? Thank you, Penny. Oh, that's gonna smell. Hey, Danita, how are you? You think paint them black and put them on the corners? All right, so that's what we're gonna do first before we get to this project. All right, let's do that first. Hold on. Lois says no. Everybody's saying yes, 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 yes. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? Welcome, welcome. How is everybody? Hey, it's Shelly, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Well, we're going to paint a black anyway, see what they look like. Who knows, they might look different once we get them on here and have them actually black. So, let's put them on. Let's see what it looks like. And, so tell me, how was your day today? We must know. We must. Let's use this one. Thank you for sprinkling to the groups. I appreciate you, Dorinda. Elkton Mom's Crafts. Yep, and if you have a page name, you know you guys are more than welcome to come on as your page name. Throw them jeebs. You know what them jeebs are? Throw them GGs. I don't think toxic chemicals can hurt you much. I got something in the oven over there, and yeah, I'm like, we're trying to burn something on purpose. It's a sub cup that I did, and I was told that you can burn off a mistake, and that's what I'm trying. Yeah, well, it's burning all right. When the smoke alarm goes off, don't worry. Oh, you guys are the best family ever. That's right, Penny. So we're going to see if it works. I don't know. I should have, well, I said I should have taken it before or after. Oh, you're just, oh, well, there you go. I'm glad you had a great day, Brittany. That's awesome. Ross did ask you, is you sure you want to do that while you're sitting down there? I'm like, well, it's better that I have it, so I'm watching it. It's okay, we'll just blow the fumes. I didn't think it was going to be that strong. Ooh, should have opened the window up. I wonder if I should tell him to do that. Hold on a minute. Let me tell him to come down here and open the window up. Hold on. Let me message him. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on, guys. Cause that's gonna really stink it up down here. Oh, where do I message at? I'm looking all over for the message thing. Hold on. All right, let's see if he responds. All right. So anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I sent it, but I don't know if let's see if he responds. He can come open the window. Whew. And we just put it in. I can't imagine 2 hours from now. It's got to be in there for a couple hours. Here he comes.
Stinks.
I know. Can you open the window up? I didn't think it was
No, you can't. No, you can't.
You can't pull the...
Nope. You do this.
Put that fan on? You mean the air conditioner can't just lift up?
Try this.
How come they don't stink that bad when
They do.
Not that bad. They do not. What's the temperature on? Sorry guys, I'm missing comments. I'm trying to
400.
350? Yeah, probably around that. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but
We just turn this on, just put it on fan.
is that gonna blow it out of here?
Turn this up. Oh no, this is going the wrong direction anyway. Turn it around so there's a little dust over
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I mean, you can't lift that air conditioning window up at all?
I probably can, but look at you just let all the air out.
Well, that's okay. At least some of that stench is going to go outside.
Well, with all that cool air.
It's all right, honey. All right, sorry about that, guys. I was not ignoring you guys. Trying to get that painted while he did that. Thank you, Mary, for sprinkling.
About 375. Is that too hot? Yeah, just turn it down some more.
turn it down a little bit more. I've never done this before.
How long you gonna leave it in here for?
I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them in the oven upstairs. That's got ventilation.
You do not put that in your food oven. Are you out of your gourd?
It's just a fume. They ain't gonna stick your food.
It will. It's got a toxic thing to it. Like, phew, that stuff stinks. Hey there, Rebecca. How are you? No, it does not stink that bad with when you sub.
Yes, it does.
Huh? I should wash off those fuses. What do you have going? You have the air conditioning going?
Computer lights off. Computer. Computer! Lights off. Thing ain't even working.
She better be, because I set timer. She was talking then.
Computer. Lights off.
There she goes. She just. So where you got the air conditioner going?
No, it's just
Oh.
fan.
We have Penny Simpson.
Let me turn it off.
No, you're good. Well, which is it? The fan or? Yeah, just leave it on.
Fan.
As long as it doesn't blow a fuse. Computer, stop. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Starting now.
All right, Penny, you're in for number 1. All right, I set it for another 10.
Alright, don't die on me.
Yeah, I know. I told you guys, be careful, watch out. If I pass out, message Ross. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm telling you. If it's not one thing, it's another, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm trying something. I figured while I was down here, I would try it, but I'll have to go back and paint them because Connie can't paint on anything. That didn't work very well. So I figured it would be best to have an oven running while I'm down here. Oh, who needs prayers? What happened? Oh, hey, Rosetta, how are you? Uh-oh, what happened? You are number 1. You are number 1. I am burning down. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I did a sublimation cup, and it did not turn out. And I was going to throw it away. I mean, it really didn't turn out. So I decided, or I was told, let me just paint my fingers, I don't care. I was told to burn it off. It doesn't come off completely, but it becomes light enough that you can sub over it. So I said, okay, let's try it. So that's what I'm doing. Didn't tell me that it's going to stink like this, but I figured, well, I'll just turn it on while I'm down here doing a live. That way I can watch and make sure nothing burns down. You know what I mean? And if something catches fire, you know, y'all can be my witness. And as I run out and get the extinguisher and all that good stuff. So, but it kind of stinks. I didn't expect it to stink. It doesn't stink. This Ross says it does, but I don't think it stinks this bad when you sub. So, I'm painting my fingers because 101. We actually had a very beautiful day today. I'll tell you, it's probably in the 80s. It was overcast, but I mean, overall, it was really nice outside, weather-wise. What? Oh, I do. Oh, Tracy, you're right, I do. See, I don't even think about that. As soon as I sprayed the thing, I'm like, I need to say, yes, I do. The B-U-R-N. What, the sublimation cups? Those are the cups that are back here. These cups. The sublimations. Well, I did one. Well, Ross did one, and it really did not turn out. So we were just going to ditch it, but someone suggested to burn it off. I mean, you know, see, stop making me say that. 105 on Saturday. No. Oh, Sue, you're the best too. It was really nice today. Was it nice down there today, Tracy? Because I don't know what the weather is here. It's supposed to be on Saturday. Hello, Sherry. How are you? Thank you for sprinkling, Sue. Now I lost my pen again. Thank you, my friend. So, okay, now that things are like calmed down a little bit, I don't smell it as much now, either that or I'm just used to it. I'm not sure which one. How are you guys doing? I hope well. I hope everybody's having a great day. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. I think that's cute. I think it's cute. It looks like it's little, like, push pins in there. Do you know what I mean? You see it? Makes it look like little push pins in the corner. I like. Hey there, Ralph. 84 and beautiful on Saturday. Oh, really? Okay, so it's supposed to be, what was the temperature today? Thank you, Rhonda, for sprinkling. How are you, my friend? I'll probably put paint all over my face. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Gosh, I missed everybody coming on. See what happens when craziness arises? Low 8. Ooh, that's even better. That's even better. I like the lower 80s. Dental hospital this morning. Yeah. Heart monitor. Ooh, I hope everything's okay. I did one of those heart monitor thingies because I kept telling the doctor my heart felt like it was racing. I didn't. I was completely involved in paying attention over here and painting this at the same time. I had to get Ross to open the window up because, yeah, it was not good down here. I wasn't gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I was not gonna last with that smell. That was rough. Tracy, I know. I'm sorry. Please tell me later. Everything keeps going by so quickly, and I know I missed a lot of comments from the beginning. Tell me later, tell me later. Tell me more, tell me more. I'm probably going to get yelled at for singing on here, you know. Your video has been muted because you sang. That's not singing. I don't know what you call singing, but that's not singing. Thank you. I saw somebody say sprinkle and that went quick. Tracy, you're the best. You're the bestest too. I love it. All right. So this is what we did last night, and we just finished it up tonight by adding those simple little 4 little beads, which I didn't get to finish because I wasn't sure. I've got glue strings or hair or something. All right. So that's project number 1. Look, I'm going to do 2 projects tonight. Woohoo! No, I'm not. We can't count that as a project. Alright, so let's bring this little bad boy out. Because this is what's going to take the time, and you know, we get to talk and we get to chit chat, and I get to look up and half beads are completed. Whoop whoop. Thank you, Penny. Thank you. Thank you, Linda, for sprinkling. I got you now. Lois, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle it because, you know, we're almost at the end of the month. And let me just tell you, we got to get, I'm at 1346 or something like that. So we got to get, you know, I'm almost to 1350. And I was like, that was my goal, like to be around there, around 1400. But I know I'm not going to get there. That's okay. Well, thank you. This is an old one. I just threw something on. I had my workout shirt on and then... thank you, Sherry. I gotcha. Is he doing good? Is he feeling better? Poor baby. he had a little fall down yesterday. Tracy's son had a little fall down. What's up, Brittany? What's up? I can't guess because I really don't even have a clue to where to start guessing. Yeah, he had a little fall down, so he got a big boo-boo. Alright, so, if you guys are new to my page or haven't been following me that long, I did 3 different sayings, and they're all going to be beach sayings. One said, I love you to the beach and back. One said, I don't even know what the one said. And I don't even remember what it was. And this is the last one. It says salty little beach. Okay? And you guys had picked Rebecca. I think I missed that comment. It went by like, whoo, whoo, you guys are throwing them comments. Keep going. GG it out and send me them comments. Look, let me tell you, if I ever miss a comment that's really, really important, or a message that you really have, or a question that you need to tell me, you can always just message Thoughts to Treasures, and I will respond to you. I promise you that. Because sometimes on here, comments just keep going. You know how other crafters are. I mean, I don't have tons of people on yet, but we throw a lot of comments. I do end up at the end of the evening with a lot of comments. We're talking, like, I had almost 1,500 comments yesterday, and I wasn't on that long. We have Deline with the little kitty cat or doggy face. Computer, stop. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
How long?
For 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Starting now.
Computer, volume up. Computer, volume up. Thank you. I can't hear her over the fans. Can you guys hear the fans running? Because, I mean, I apologize for the noise, but it's going to have to be. So I do want to say this. Mark this day, because I didn't even know it until I looked on the calendar, which I do have a wall calendar that I write like different birthdays down and different things like that. And it said on there that 1 year ago today, I opened Thoughts to Treasures. Now that does not mean that I was very active on it at that time. I only became active on Thoughts to Treasures in January. So, but I opened it a year ago. So, happy birthday, Thoughts to Treasures. We still have to go by that. So, happy birthday to Thoughts to Treasures today. And I didn't even realize it until I looked at the calendar earlier today and said, oh, that is an interesting thing to know. I'm glad I wrote that down. And I'd like to make this watery so it spreads easier. Your grandson's 9 months old already? When did that happen, Ralph? Seriously, when did that happen? Wasn't he just born? These kids, I'm telling you, time flies. My family member, I don't want to like go into it because I don't know his privacy and all that stuff. He's still in the hospital. He still needs prayers. If you guys can afford any prayers, I'd appreciate it. He's very bad off right now. He's very in critical condition, and we're just praying and hoping for the best. And if you guys have a spare prayer, I would appreciate it if you would send. If you don't pray, can you send some positive thoughts my sister's way? Because she could really use it for him. And if you can't tell, that just told you who it was. But yeah, it's kind of scary right now. But again, it's not my thing to say. But I just would appreciate it if you could just spare a moment and say a prayer, because it's in God's hands now, and we're just going to, miracles happen. He's not He's not in the woods. He's not out of the woods. He's right on the border. You know how they say, I'm not trying to be funny about that, but you know, I mean, how they say, you know, you're out of the woods. Well, he's not there. He's definitely not there, but he's not, there is still hope and miracles and things can happen, so he's not in the woods. So let's just say a prayer. Thank you so much for everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday to Thoughts to Treasures. That's right, see? Whoop, whoop. You guys are awesome. But anyway, we can't have all sad stuff. I mean, if anybody else needs prayers, we're sending them. You know that. That's how we operate on this page. We send prayers, we send positive thoughts. If you guys need them, we're there. And it's so cool. Everybody on here, like, you know, that you get to know everybody, and I don't know, everybody seems to know everybody. If somebody's missing, they're like, where's so-and-so been? So I think it's kind of cool how we all get to know each other, and that's what I like about it. Hold on a minute, I got the chair on the cord again. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you, Tracy's Farmhouse. Yeah, I don't really think I'm going to be burning any of these things unless I put this thing outside. Whew. I'm going to run you an extension cord and stick the toaster up because it's a convection oven. So it's not like I can't take it out. I'm going to stick it outside and go. Thank you, Rebecca. I got you, my friend. I think that if I do that again, it's going to be sitting outside. Woo. Yeah. I ain't kidding you. I ain't kidding you. That's not going to happen in here again. Alright, so I'm not worried about that side so much. Let's do the back. We're going to do the sides and we're going to do the back. I am painting this a beach scene. That's what I was getting to. I had 3 of these sayings, and I can't remember what the second one was. Maybe it was like life's. I don't even remember what the second one was. I honestly, it's blanking my head. But I did it when I was sick. I printed these all out and cut them out. Probably May, June area. And I said by the end of summer we were going to do all 3 of them anyway, but I was letting you guys pick which ones to do and which order to do them in. Well, the week that I got sick, or the week after I got sick, I don't even know when it was, I did one of them, and I asked you guys to pick, and you guys picked this one actually, the Salty Little Beach, but I started painting the board the wrong way, and we had to do the other one. So now we have this final one to do, and I have to keep telling myself to make sure we paint the board horizontal and not vertical. So, let's get this. Because the other ones went this way, vertical, and I started painting it that way, and I'm going, well, I guess we're not doing this one today. So what'd you guys have for dinner? It's Taco Tuesday. Did anybody have tacos? Nobody? Anybody? Somebody? Hot dogs. Thank you, Lisa. I gotcha. Frozen dinners. Hey, that's the kind of dinner to have. Pop it in the oven and done. Or in the microwave, whichever's easier. We actually had tacos today. I'm not gonna lie. We actually made real, well, semi-real food. We made it. We didn't go to Taco Bell. Hey, speaking of that, a friend of mine posted today that the Choco Taco, which I didn't even know they still had, is being discontinued at Taco Bell. Did anybody ever have that, or did you know that they were gone, or they were going? I seen some sprinkles. And they went quick. You guys are like mad people today. Made shepherd's pie. Ooh, I haven't had that in like forever. It's too hot. That microwave it. What's the temperature by you, Rebecca? Not that I'm probably going to see that comment go by. Klondike is discontinuing it. Oh, is that who is doing it? So did Taco Bell stop making it, or is that the only place that you could get it? Because I remember having them back in the day, but I haven't seen them forever. Is somebody else picking it up? I got questions. Answer me, guys. 70? And it's too hot in 70? Girl, I would enjoy 70 weather. Don't tell me you're one of them that has to be like 50-something before it's cool. Red beans and rice. Hi, Ida. I didn't see you sneak on after all these comments flying by. You guys are awesome. I'm going to tell you how many. At the end of this night, I'm going to tell you how many comments, because this isn't a regular. I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing, so, you know, I mean, we could have. Yesterday was an hour event. Tonight, I'm just taking my time, so you guys got to come. You got to get. It's fine by me. I mean, it's not going to be a long, long project, but, you know, I say, we have Tracy Summerfelt with, I don't know what it said now. It went by so quickly. Computer, stop. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
All right, Tracy's in. That means that was the third pick. That means it was 30 minutes already. Whew. You've already sprinkled. I gotcha, Ida. I gotcha. Girl, I'm telling you. Cold fried chicken? Wait a minute. I don't think I know that one. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Becky. You're getting your hair cut this week. Ooh. Coloring that gray right out of your hair? Oh, I see. You know, the funny thing is, here's the thing about it. This is what I was told by my hairdresser. I know I dye my hair. But honestly, my hair, it may have some gray hair, but it's not gray. Okay? You had hot dogs and mac and cheese? Oh, I love macaroni and cheese. Oh, wait, I got to tell you a story about food in a second. But my hairdresser said, and I said over the years, I said, my hair has just become real coarse and frizzy kind of thing. And she says there's two types of people. People that turn gray, either early or, you know, at a normal age. Or there's the type of people who don't turn gray, but their hair changes to a completely different texture. Because my hair used to be really, really fine hair. I had a lot of it, but it was very, very fine. And now it's like rough, coarse things. So she's pretty much telling me that I got gray hair is what she's saying. So I said, is that what you're telling me? Oh, cold chicken and potato salad. I got you, Sherry. I'm making smoked. Ooh, there you go. We all need some of Penny's potato salad. Penny Taylor's potato salad. Oh man, we're gonna have to. No, it's almost August already. We're gonna need to step it up and have a little party someplace so that we can have some potato salad. At 15, because okay. And there are reasons why you can grow earlier. But like my one friend, she doesn't necessarily. She does have gray hair now, but her mother turned gray at a very young age. You stop dyeing your hair. See, I can't do it. I don't like dark hair. Oh, and that's the other thing. My hair. I used to be never blonde, but like a dirty blonde. Oh, it's kind of like this. Dirty blonde. Well, thank you, Lisa. I gotcha. But as I got older, my hair really started to turn darker too. And she said that's another reason. You know, instead of going gray, you're going dark. Thank you. You're completely gray. Hey, embrace it. It's okay. I just can't do it yet. Well, my hair's not gray. It's not even that. If I left my hair natural color, it would be very, very dark, and you'd see a couple gray hairs in it. I'm not saying I don't have any gray hair. I'm sure there's some in there someplace, but my whole head is not gray. You've never dyed your hair at all? I only started after I graduated from high school. I always wanted to be blonder. Mom never allowed us to do our hair like that. She allowed us to put kinky perm stuff in there, which I didn't want to do, but she wouldn't let us dye our hair. I'm like, what is the difference? Yep, had to stick through the kinky curly, I don't even know what kind of hair. It looked like Little Orphan Annie or something. I don't know. It was, the only difference was it wasn't red. That was days I will never live again. I was so mad at my mother for making that. She knew I was mad too. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad because my sister wanted it done. My sister is 2 years older than me, so when she had it done, my mom's like, oh, you'll get yours done too. I said I didn't want it. She said, no, you're going to get it done too. And it was like real short and curly. I was mad. Hey, Jody, how are you? You're the bestest too. All right, so we got this back covered. We're just drying it up. And then we're going to flip it, and we're going to do our beach scene on it. That part takes pretty, I like to do a white coat, a white base on it, just as my, because you know how paint sucks in. So if you put the white base down, then, I feel nasally now. Like I need to blow my nose. You have your primer, so it won't suck all in. You can't have perms. Well, my hair is too thick. Even as a kid, it was so. I had fine hair, but a lot of it, so you had to use like a couple of the perm things in there, and then it would just kinkle. It kinkled up. I got you, Jody. I did see it. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you guys know how many comments are at the end. You guys are on a roll here. I'm like, man, I can't even keep up. You guys are awesome. You're the best mom we could ask for. Thank you. We all need prayers. Yep, we sure do. Hey there, Gail. How are you? Wait a minute, I saw that quickly. I know I'm not seeing things. This is the back anyways. I'm not really concerned what it looks like. Oh, Rhonda, you're the best too. So I told you guys that my dog's in heat, right? My little sidekick here. I'm gonna just quickly take a thing to it. Well, that's the reason why I noticed on the calendar today that it was Thoughts of Treasure's birthday, is because I had to mark the calendar on the day when, to keep track, if y'all know what I mean. They did the little nasty and then they got caught, but that's okay. I do want puppies. I want her to have a litter of puppies. I really do. So I had to go mark the calendar to make sure that I can count days now and see if anything happens. I don't even know if Dudley's older. He's 11, and they do say that older dogs can still impregnate younger dogs. But he didn't the first time when we tried to keep them apart. They ended up together. And this time I didn't even worry about it. And they did. And I marked the day. And we shall see. So it's all up to whatever. So well, that's what I mean. They can, but that doesn't mean that she is. I just have to keep the thing. Hey there, Crafting by Faith with Lori. How are you? That went by so quick. I was trying to do it as it was going down the screen. I'm like, we are. I'm drying this off real quick. All right. So, and I left these colors out specifically because I knew I had to do one last project, and I wanted to use the same colors. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. All right. So we're going to start with our light blue, and then we're going to blend in our darker blue for the ocean, and then we're going to have the tan for the beach part. I'm telling you, I'm gonna let you all know how many comments are on the end of this video. I'm gonna screenshot it and show you. Because I'm telling you, yesterday I had 1,400, and that was only an hour show. Or live, or whatever you want to call this thing. You're the best too, Sherry. Keep throwing them. Alright, so we've got light mocha for the sand. We've got blue cotton for the upper sky, and we've got tropical blue for the beach part. Those are the three colors, and this is the same colors I used for the other two. I know the one sold, the other one's around here someplace. I'm not sure where. We have Linda Fabian. Linda, it's you. Computer, stop. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
Timer for how long?
10 minutes. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
God. I really think it's a man. She probably can't hear me because of all the noise in the fan. But it's funny. It's like I gotta scream. It's like, good Lord. You can hear me, can't you? So I got you down, Linda. I was gonna call you Libyan. Okay. I got you down, Linda. You are now entered. Keep throwing them GGs up there. I said, hey, every 10 minutes. And like I said, if you guys really need a question answered, or you're asking about something, or you're wondering if you could purchase something, or how you can purchase something, or anything like that. Hey Lois, how are you? You can always just message Thoughts to Treasures, and it's not, don't feel, oh, I don't want to bother you with this silly little question. No, just go ahead and message. It's what I'm for. It's why I like to help you guys and be with you guys and all that good stuff. So you guys know that I know I use the Cricut a lot, and there are things that you cannot watch me do and then have to make yourself if you wanted to. So don't worry about that, because I do sell like the decals for this, or other things that I do. I sell the wood cutouts that I do. I sell kits, just pieces, whatever you want. If you want it resized, all that good stuff. Oh. I drop paintbrushes and try to get paint all over everything, but that's okay, we're good. So I was like, tonight I said, I gotta get this paint off this table, because I've had these three colors sitting here since the beginning of July because I didn't want to mix the colors up because I wanted to do them all the same. I see sprinkles. I see sprinkles. Oh, you're wonderful too, Brittany. I can cut anything. You've seen me cut a horse before. I did a horse thing. I can cut anything. Well, most anything. Let's not get carried away. This blue is pretty. This is cotton blue. Is that what I called it? Blue cotton. That was close. So I'm not doing full coverage because it kind of looks like it has the sky in there. The clouds kind of. Man, no, I'll knock that over. That's okay. And then we're going to do the blue, the darker blue, and I'm just going to use the same brush for this one. And we're going to put the whatever you call it, the ocean part. And this is an easy kind of thing to do. Nothing hard about it. I'm just slapping some paint on it, and it's going to look like, we're going to make it look like a beach. Because I am not a painter. Don't ask me to draw a face. Don't ask me to draw a sun. Nope, not happening. So I kind of just want to get the watery part, the ocean part on here, and blend it with the, whatever that thing is, the sky. Oh, thank you, Penny. You're so sweet. You have a question, Brittany? I promise I'm not ignoring your question, but I know you said that earlier, and I did not see your question come through. So if you seriously have a question and I'm not answering you, please, 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 just message Thoughts of Treasures. But if I see it come up here, you draw stick people. You know, when I was younger, and I used to try to draw. Now, my dad had some artistic ability. He had to look at something. He couldn't just draw something like out of his mind. Wait a minute, I don't mean to crack you up. Why? What did I do now? Thank you, Barbara. But I really did. I used to try to draw, like, I don't know, gosh, I had a little book and I kept it and I was drawing. I don't remember what it was in. If it was in the Sunday Sun, where they would have you draw, like, the bear and then you would enter it into the thing. Well, I never entered it, but I used to always take those little things and draw them. Does anybody remember the paper, the newspaper that used to be delivered to your house? You remember those things? We still get one because Ross likes to read the paper online. Figure this one out. Thank you, crafting. Hey, Laurie. Look, I ain't trying to say it as you go down. Thank you, sweetie. I love ya. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of blend this a little bit so it kind of fades in. I'm taking a mixture. I think I actually learned how to do this year. See, you remember them. See, I think that's it. That's what I used to take. I never entered, but I used to take those little drawings, and they say, well, here's the drawing, then you have to draw it, and then you can enter it. And I don't think it wasn't for adults. It was more for, like, you had to have a certain age. And I would take those drawings, and I would draw them. I know your dad is. See, now, I love to watch people draw. Vicki is an excellent, if you don't know Vicki Clark, I mean, a lot of people do on here, but if you don't, Vicki is a very good artist, and she does, you know, paints and just draws. So, you remember those drawings too? I think they were cool. Alright, so now we're going to do I'm going to use a different paintbrush for our, because I don't want any blue in our sand. See? Now, did I just age myself or what? I mean, seriously. Excuse me. Excuse me again. And I always say, and I might add, we're going to do a little white, but every time I use a brown of some sort, I'm like making a mess here, honestly. I don't think that looks right, do you? Let me clean that off before it dries. I got brown all over the blue. Brown and blue. What does that make? Hello, Deanne. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? All right. All right, let's get our sand on here. Kicking you off. Rebecca, I'm telling you, did you have a talk with that Facebook? I really wish there was a place you could, and not even only to complain, but ask questions, because you cannot find any place on FB to contact anybody. You know what I mean? And it's horrible. Bottles of great. Ooh, I missed that one too. I'm telling you, guys are like, ba-wham, ba-wham, ba-wham. All right, so now we got our beach. I don't like that, so let's blend this in a little bit more. All right, that's good. I don't want full, but we are going to get our white. Yikes. Oh, good thing that was closed. Hold on. Hold on. Must reach. Good thing that was closed. Let's get... Oh, I think I need a bigger one. Done with this one too. Let's put that in there. Let's find a little place for white. I'm using the acrylic white just because it's runnier for what I want to do with it. I'm going to draw some definition between the beach and the water. Go light, you can always go darker. Solid line. I just kind of want something a little bit. Your pet's best away from cancer. Oh. Laurie Luke. Laurie, Crafting Pop Face with Laurie. Alexa, computer, stop. Computer, stop. Computer, stop! Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Oh, good Lord. Is that what it says? Comments already? Dorinda, is that what it says? Holy cow. You got Tracy? Why? Look, I got hair blown in my face. Why are you questioning me? What did I do now? No, it's not. And I honestly think it's because the fan's blowing over there and everything's going on over there. Can you do a cow print cup? I possibly could. Yes, is that what they asked? And I think that's what the problem is, because she's over there next to all that, and I honestly think that's what the problem is. Because she's usually not that bad. I mean, sometimes I do have to yell at her, but not usually like that. Alright, so now we have our beach scene. Looks like a beach, right? I think it does. I think it does. Sprinkle, sprinkle, spread the love. Spread all that goodness. Let's get this dried really, 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 really good. That's what you wanted to ask? I'm sorry. Like I said, Brittany, as I said, if you guys ever have a question, like Dorinda said, there's 1,700 comments on here already. Hello from Louisiana, first time watching. Well, welcome, welcome, Debbie. I am so glad that you're here. If you don't know me, my name's Connie. This is Thoughts of Treasures, and I'm the one half of Thoughts of Treasures. The other half is always behind the scenes. His name is Ross, and we are located in Maryland. Well, thank you for sprinkling the love. On here, I do a lot of sign making. I mean, I do other things once in a while too, but the majority of the time, you're going to see me make a sign of some sort or something with wood of some sort. Very farmhousey, rusticy. Not a lot of bling happening here. But it's fun stuff. I think we have fun here. Wow, Ulrich. You guys are blowing me away. I want to get this dry because we're putting vinyl on top of this. And I do a lot of stuff with the Cricut and the Glowforge. So welcome, welcome. Sprinkle spread. You guys know that we're still doing the 50 Friends in 50 States, which means that you guys are all now a part of my family here. And you guys just need to invite somebody, a friend, a family member, a neighbor, a cousin, uncle, less family members. Heck, someone you don't even like. I mean, it doesn't matter to me as long as they're into crafts. And they can just come on and say, you know, so-and-so sent me and I'm from the state of, and confusion doesn't work, but they can say they're from a certain state. And if that state's not filled in, we get to fill it in. But if it is filled in, you are still entered into the giveaway once we get off of the I want you to send me a message because that's the only way that I'm going to know and remember. Aw, thank you, Laurie. You're the bestest too. So I'm going to give this a quick sanding just so, because it's, vinyl likes to stick to smooth surfaces. So the smoother the better, and you know when you paint something, it becomes a little rough because the paint brings up the wood fibers. I know we put a base down, but I didn't sand on that base either. So I'm just going to take the smooth side. We're not going to take anything off except for the smoothness. Yeah, I'm not rubbing hard. You just want a nice smooth surface, and that's all it takes. So we're not chipping anything, we're not rusting anything up, we're just making it a cute little thing. So now, you know, instead of painting this solid blue, I already had the white on there. When you do the roughness, it looks like it's got the clouds in the sky and, you know, the ripples in the water. So, I mean, it's just slapping some paint on there. Simple slapping of the paintings. So, next, let me grab. We are going to do our transfer. Oh, thank you, Penny. You're awesome. I'm actually going to cut this down first. Let me get rid of this paint so I don't stick things in the paint. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, Penny, you're the bestest too. So I'm just going to cut my vinyl out. We're going to get a nice chunk of it. Cut along this line here. I'm going to stick this over here so we don't knock it over. Now this transfer tape is the Easy Liner. and I do believe it's the Duck Brand Easy Liner from Walmart. I was using the regular contact paper brand, and it was leaving a lot of residue. Still not happy with it, so I stopped using it for a little bit. This one is okay, it's not leaving residue, but it does like to hold on to your vinyl when you put it on your, it comes off, but you gotta like really pull it. It's okay, you just have to do it slowly. So, but I do like this because, especially for the larger projects, because this is a thin backing and it's easier to fold like this, and then you can lay half your project down, your vinyl. You can lay it down on here, line it up where it needs to go, and then you can pull and smooth as you go along. Now I like to lay this back over because I have this whole section that I'm just going to cut off and save for another time. I'm the best friend ever? Aw, Penny, you're my best friend too. So now we can remove this banker, throw that away. Now this is StarCraft vinyl, and I'm telling you, it's amazing. It comes off of the sheet so easy. You don't have to do anything, and this is very inexpensive vinyl, but it's good stuff. I'm telling you, good stuff. I wish they had an affiliate link because I would definitely be signing up with it. So that's all I did was place my vinyl on and just rub over it and watch. Very easy. We're just going to go back and forth. I mean, I'm going to be careful because it'll flip up, but I'm not doing hardly any work except for pulling this off slowly and holding it. I mean, that's simple. Now I am this time going to use StarCraft. Exactly, it is. Now, I mean, I do like Oracle vinyl. That is a very good vinyl too. It's more expensive, but for the price of this stuff, it is the best one for the cheap. I don't like to use the word cheap, for the more inexpensive one. Oracle is very good. That's what I use. I still have Oracle upstairs. I've used it for many years, and just now that I've come across StarCraft for the price. For the price, it's well worth it. I want to test, and I'm going to make something, how Oracle stands up on the outside. Because I have decals on my car that and I say StarCraft, yes. I've had decals on my car that's made with Oracle, and my car is a 2016. Ida Baraka. Computer, stop. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
Second timer, 10 minutes. Starting now.
Now she said a second timer. I didn't even hear her say the first timer. Now the first one will go off and then I'll cancel the second one. It's okay. So, but I had Oracle on my car with decals on my car from Oracle. And my car is a 2016. I got it in October of 2015. And they are still on there. So I'm going to say I put it on there in 2016 just for you know, poops and giggles. And they're still on there. They're still strong. They're still, I mean, they're like you wouldn't even think there was nothing wrong with them. But I have never put StarCraft and see what the things are. I want to put one on my car and we're going to test it. I'm going to make a small one and put it on one of my windows and see how long it'll last. I mean, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to, well, I mean, yeah, we can play with years. I don't have a problem. But sometimes I know someone who did the Cricut vinyl and it only lasted a couple months. That's the big difference. I'm telling you, Karen, do you hear me screaming? And then she's going to say, second timer set. Really? When did you set the first one? When? I didn't hear it. I think I like how that looks. It's going to look like that. So what the parchment paper does is it kind of allows you to line things up. So if this was like really, really crooked and you didn't like it, and it's great, okay, well there you go. Then there it goes. Laurie kind of helped me out there on that one. See, I was kind of wondering, I really think it is good. And I didn't really think that it would be a bad thing, but I couldn't 100% say that was backwards. Whether it was really, really good to be putting on your car. It is. Well, I also have the fan running over there. There's a lot of noise over there, and she is directly over there, so she should still hear me scream. Y'all can. I mean, I changed it to computer so I wouldn't have to. Could you imagine if I was saying Alex with an A over and over like that? You guys would have been like, all right, you got to go, woman. Y'all, you got to go. You're making my thing go off. So I put the parchment paper down because now it's got a lip here that I can push down on the board. And we have a nice solid piece here. So now what I'm going to do is I have it lined up. I'm just going to peel this back slowly. Everything is slowly. We work, if you want to say in sloth mode with this stuff, we're going to say sloth mode. Work slowly. I say turtle mode because that's what I work in anyway. When I was sick, I was sloth mode. I said I'm still going to make a shirt up that says something about turtle mode and sloth mode. Turtle slow and sloth slow. Alright, cut this off. I know y'all say I'm wasting too much paper, but that's okay. And now you're just going to lay this down very slowly. Just push it down. Don't just drop it down. Just push it down slowly. And you can use one of them thingies. I don't even have one here. I don't know, but you don't need it. It's kind of like one of them things that, is it a necessary item or is it just a handy item? You can rub it with the tape if you wanted to. Aw, Dorinda, you're the bestest too. Alright. I'm going to do the same thing, so just be careful, because if this thing flops, that's it. You got to pull the whole thing off and start over. Especially if it's one kind of solid image. So we're just going to go slowly, and you can take your little scraper thingy and do it, but if you just want to drag your hands, just lay it down slowly and push it down as you go along. And now it's on, just like that. And I like to just go over it a little bit. It's fine, just where you can take your brayer, just rub your hand. I'm not even like, I'm just lightly putting it over, making sure bubbles are out, making sure every letter's down. You tried your first Rubble & Transfer and you loved it? What brand did you get, Shelly? Aw, thank you, Lois. I'm a good fooler. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am. I mean, I don't try. I don't like to sit there and say I know I am, but I'm glad you guys can see that in me because that's what I want to be to you all. Hey there, Lindsay. How are you? There is my new friend. I just messed that one up, see? But I tell you, slow, slow, slow. There is my new friend. She helped me out, and she got me some good advice going on. Telling you, crafters are awesome. You got your, and transfers are cool. They are really. I don't know if you said what brands you use. Walmart, just to try it. Okay, because I know there's like. IOD or something like that. There's one. Thank you. You don't understand. Tomorrow's gonna be another day, Lindsay. There's gonna be another day tomorrow. We'll see. Oh, and I have Lindsay, I have cups burning now. And let me just tell you, maybe I shouldn't have done it while I'm down here. I have the window open and the fan going now. Ooh, that stuff stinks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a mess down here. Woo. That's the other one, redesigned by Prima. See? Laura, you are helping me out tonight, girlfriend. All right, this does not want to stick. And I'm telling you, look, I make a liar out of myself. That's why you want to go slow. See, sometimes when your canvas is not, the wood is not completely dry, it doesn't want to. They are awesome to use. They really are. I have seen people use them, and I know a lot of people really like them. I have not tried them yet, but I really do want to. You want to try a cup like the ones? Okay, well, the sublimation cups, you need sub printer, you need a sub ink. There's a lot to it. It's not just like taking something and wrapping it around, and then you need a convection oven. You do not want to use your own oven whatsoever. Come on, you stinker. Have you tried the IODs? See, that's why I said I remember that name, but I couldn't remember the other one. But Lori Luke did come in and say, redesigned by Prima. I have not tried either one, but I do want to try one. Does anybody have a preference over one or the other? So that I can look into it. That's why you haven't subbed yet, exactly. There's a lot to it. But it is fun. It is also frustrating. It is also very rewarding. But like any craft, it takes time to master. Exactly. Lots of try. Lindsay knows. I was talking to her last night, and whew, and today. Whew. And we have Lindsay. You are my person in the bucket. Computer. Stop timer. Stop all timers. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
How long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Starting now.
Computer, stop timer. There we go. Lindsay's in the drawing. Woohoo! So I just cut this off because it's I did tell you this vinyl or this transfer tape does like to stick to the vinyl itself. It comes off, but it's very hard to get off of the vinyl. Another one I don't like, but for the big projects like this, I do use it. Just go slowly, and if you prefer to use the Dollar Tree one because it works for you best, go for it. I find it leaves residue for me. I don't know if it's the paint I use. I don't know what it is. What are you doing in the bucket? Okay, I set a timer for every 10 minutes, and whoever's name is in the comments, you are entered to win for Happy Mail at the end of the month, which I draw on August 1st. So if you are the winner, then you get Happy Mail from me. Didn't even know you did it, did you? And when the timer went off, your name was the first one up there.
Why do you keep yelling 10 minutes?
Because I set the timer for 10 minutes. Does it still stink? What's it look like?
See what they did when I left stairs?
They still didn't, not changed at all? Huh?
On the internet it says it's got to be above 400. 350.
Well, what's it at?
350.
Yeah. No, Lindsay said it had to be at 350, 375.
You said that it needs to be above 400 in order to erase.
Oh. I don't think she said that. Lindsay, are you still on here? To burn it off, what temperature does it have to be at?
Some dude on the internet said 400, at least 400.
Well, I said next time we do it, it's going to go outside. I'll
Said
take
that?
I'll take an extension cord and put it outside and do it. I did, because it's not as bad now, but it was pretty bad when it started. You can do 400, she said. It hasn't changed at all. Oh, this,
There, an hour and a half.
how long have I been down here?
An hour and a half.
It hasn't changed at all.
That's since I went upstairs.
All right, we got it all. There we go. And there we go. Cute, 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 cute. What am I doing that smells? I am burning off a sublimation, one of these sublimated cups that was messed up, and we are taking the image off of it. Oh, Lo said I've only been on for an hour. See? He don't know.
What time is it?
He don't know what he's talking about. Thank you. Ross, hey Lindsay, Ross said that it hasn't changed at all since he.
Hasn't been above 400 either. Hasn't been
Okay, well, we'll put it on we'll put it on 400 and let it go.
Now
Huh?
it's 380.
Is it 380? I don't know. We'll just see. You need to melting it off. I don't understand that one, Tracy.
Is it Big Mama?
You should definitely see a change in 1 hour at 350. He said, nope. Lindsay, I'm telling you, I got weird stuff over here. Yeah, this is one that came out beautifully, and we actually did it with my name.
Look.
Looks the same. And we put our little QR code on there. So that's kind of cool for if you have a website or a Facebook. This goes to my Thoughts and Treasures page, not my website. It should fade a lot. It should fade a lot, like a lot. Like it didn't. I'll have to send, once I get off here, I'll show you. I'll send you pictures. He just took it out to look at it, and he put it back in though.
What's that above 400 yet?
Lindsay, come on up. Come on up. I will.
Where's she from?
She's from Georgia. You need a vacation? Come on up. I'm up here in Maryland. There's things to do. Let me just tell you, you can meet some of the greatest people on the internet. I'm not lying. I was in a group last night. This is how I met Lindsay, and people were conversing and talking, and someone had asked a question. And I mean, this could have been a conversation from, I don't know, months and months ago. I was just scrolling along looking, and I just saw her comment on something, and I was like, I'm going to message her because I've got a couple questions. I don't know what told me to do it, but she has helped. She was talking to me all last night. She was helping me today. So you can meet some of the nicest people on the internet that will help you out and not just sit there and go, I don't have time for you, go away. You know, it's just amazing. So I just have to say, I don't know what made me message her, but maybe it was the right thing to do at the right time. I always say things happen for a reason. So I'm waiting for the last 10-minute timer to go off, and once it does, so we can chit-chat for a few. You guys have questions? I know, exactly, Tracy. See, I met you. That's right.
Big Mama?
Yeah, Big Mama. That's right. See, crafters got to stick together. I've learned, since I've been doing lives since in January, I'm telling you, I have not met anyone that has, been like, it's always, I was going to say competition over, no. There's no competition going on. There's no, there's been some feuds and fusses and fights, but, I can't do with the drama. I stay out of it. I'm like Switzerland. I keep calling myself, I'm Switzerland. I'm neutral. If you want to fight with this person, you fight with that person. I like both of you. Aren't they? That's what I'm saying. And 99% of us, we all get along. We all work with each other. We all help each other out. And that's the way to do it. There are some that are not so nice. I mean, I've messaged a couple before I even went live and asked questions, and they're like, they just kind of brush you off type of thing. I'm not putting any names out there, so please don't ask. I'm just going to say I just experienced something. It was with one person. I experienced something, and I'm just like, it kind of makes you want to go, should I message that person and ask a question? It's like they only want you to purchase from them. They don't want to help you with anything. That's not how the world works. At least I don't think so. Just saying. Now, guys, remember tomorrow we have our cricket class? No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, no. But Thursday we're having our cricket class. Thursday. Can't even remember what today is. We're having our cricket class. So we'll do that at 8, and we will be on at 9 here. But tomorrow I will be on at 8:30. I have to think if I was in an event. I have nothing. No, I think I am on Thursday. Friday I think I'm in an event. And I'm going to be on a very strange time, 4:30 in the afternoon. What? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No, I lied, 6 o'clock. I don't even know what. I have to look at the schedule and go, all right, this is when I'm coming on. No, I think I'm on 6 o'clock on Friday. But again, that's still, what? Yeah, because I don't come on that early. I do, Karen, I do, and actually that's going to come up too. I'm probably going to have a sale. I don't call it an auction because I don't want to bid on things right now because we don't have the numbers of people, but I'm thinking about setting it up for in August, maybe like, well, I don't even know, what's this Sunday? I don't even know what day. Probably like the second Sunday in August I'm going to do a live sale. And because you see all this stuff behind me, I have stuff over here too. And we're just going to like maybe knock some of it out. You love how the bears turned out? Aren't they cute?
I don't know what it's doing now. We'll go about 400.
Up we have Lisa Wakefield. Computer, stop. See, she don't listen to me. Computer, stop. Alright guys, well, that is it for tonight. We got our last person in. That's what I was waiting for. Lisa. See, that's, I was just getting ready to say tomorrow's cricket class, and nope, don't ignore me. 2,200. Darn, see? Thank you for that. I'm telling you all, we're rocking it tonight with the comments, and right there it shows it. That's the highest amount of comments I've ever had. And what have I been on? An hour, not even an hour and a half, because I came on at 9 o'clock, and it's 10:24, which that's still a good time. But so I want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks for rocking the comments for me. The GGs are awesome. Love you all. And remember, thoughts become things and things become treasures. You guys have an awesome night, and I will see you tomorrow at 8:30. Thank you, Tracy. And I want to hold that up for people that watch the replay and scroll to the end. Thank you guys, and have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.